Hey guys, Boris the Spider here, bringing you another video on Dying Light's zombie invasions. Now I've been getting a lot of requests on doing a tutorial for zombie invasions, and I'm finally getting around to it. So I've decided to do a series on this. I'm going to cover the basics, and then I'm going to go into advanced. And in each video I'm going to cover the first video I'm going to cover, which is this one, how to get better and weapon and item loadouts. And in the next video I'm going to cover tactics and landscapes and so on. So I don't know what orders. I'll figure it out as I go along. I'll figure out what's best for you guys. So in this video I'm covering how to get better and weapons and items loadouts. How to get better. How do you get better? Playing zombie invasions. But how do you get better? Well, you do 1v1s instead of fighting in teams. Now I know fighting in teams is way funner and 1v1s are kinda, but if you're wanting to get better, I'm guessing that you've never done 1v1s. I know it can seem kinda intimidating going against a hunter by yourself, but trust me, it's easier as you keep doing 1v1s. At first you're not going to know what to do, but you're going to pick up on things. For example, and this is just an example, we're not going to cover this right now. Let's say, okay, you've never done a 1v1 and you're fighting with the teammate, okay, and the hunter's right in front of you. Your buddy is being attacked by the hunter, right? He's getting ground pounded. He's ground pounding the hell out of him. And you decide you want to, okay, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go over to this roof real quick. That's a mistake because the hunter, he's constantly targeting one of you, but he's always switching targets. So he's looking at your friend, he's looking at you, he's looking at his friend, or your friend. And he's looking for an opening, is what he's doing. And by doing what I just did right here, just by turning around, turning my back on him, and he's going to pounce you for it. So what you're going to learn doing 1v1s is how to cover your own ass, right? You're going to throw down a flare first before you attempt that. He will never get the chance to pounce you. Those are the type of things that you're going to learn all on your own, but I will cover it anyways. Videos. So things you learn in 1v1 is defense, offense, how to rely on yourself, how to always cover your back. Most importantly, you're going to learn how to stay alive, and you're going to notice a change in the hunter's behavior for sure, because all of his concentration is going to be on you and no one else, and that's when it's going to get you. Okay, it's not so chaotic. So, let's talk about the objectives. The survivor's objectives are to destroy the nests, but the hunter's objectives are to kill the survivors 10 times exactly. That's why it's important to cover your back, because each time you die, the closer the hunter gets to reaching his objective, and he will win the game. And that's mostly what you're going to learn doing 1v1s, is covering your own back with flares, using your shield against the spits. And one thing you're gonna learn is switching around your items and weapons wheels fast. Okay, so I can switch from my hookshot to my light pretty fast, pretty much instantaneously. Okay, I use my right stick to switch. And the weapon wheels, it's important to have your items in a certain order, a specific order, and you know where each item is. Like, I always know my hook's up, my light's down, my shield's to the left, and my flares are to the right. And I can switch. Look at my weapon to the bottom left, or my item, my little item slot. So, hook, light, shield, light, flares, hook, light, I'm starting to stammer all over myself. Light, shield, hook, light, shield, light, flares, light, hook shot, light, shield, flares. I can't even talk as fast as I can switch, but I always know, my brain knows what I'm switching to and why. And it's important because you're always going to be switching to your light from an item, or you should be. Make a mental note of that. Because your light's the only thing stopping the hunter from pouncing you beside your flares, and you're going to be using your light more than your flare. So learn how to switch back to your light, whatever the case is. Okay, the shield is a bit tougher, like I've got my shield out right now. I switched to the light right there. You can probably hear my controller. So you gotta go a little slower when switching from your shield to your light. Make sure that it gets on there. Yeah, and flares, you just do that just to make sure that you have your ass covered. Right, because you're not always concentrating on the hunt. So you always need to learn how to switch from an item back to your light. So that's the items wheel. Now same thing goes for the weapons. Although it's not as important, it's good habit to just know how to switch your weapons around, and you'll learn how to do that just by learning how to switch around your items. Same goes for the weapons. You can see that I have it in a specific order. I've got my ranged weapon down, I've got my two-handed to the left, and I've got two one-handed weapons. Okay, and it depends on what the hunter's doing, and that's the importance of switching your weapons around. Say the hunter misses a ground pound, right? He's doing an aerial ground pound, he comes to the ground, misses, and I've got my one-handed out. With the two-handed, you can one-shot kill the hunter by throwing your two-handed weapon, so he's not going to be stunned forever. So switch to your two-handed and throw that. Two-handed weapons aren't the main weapon that you're going to use against the hunter unless you just want the hunter to retreat. It's going to be one-handed weapons. It's always important to carry a lot of one-handed weapons, especially if you're throwing them at the hunter. I like to throw them at the hunter. Now the ranged weapon is good to have because let's say you hit the hunter with your two-handed weapon. He's going to have a splinter of health left. Now he's retreating. They mostly retreat after you do that. Sometimes they stick around. I don't know why. But he's going to be retreating. With the ranged weapon, you can one-shot kill him after that. It's good to have a rifle for this. The bow is... I don't even try to one-shot kill him. I hope that I'll trick shot him, but it's mostly hard. I'm not bow god here. But use a rifle for that. I like to have the bow though because I have access to explosive arrows. This used to be a one-shot kill on hunters. Sometimes you get lucky, but mostly use a rifle. Okay, so that's the weapons and items wheels covered. That's at the end, eh? Alright, so how to get better and weapons wheels is what we're covering in this. Let's go back over what we've learned. So 1 versus 1s, that's important to do because you're going to learn how to cover your ass better. Remember, you're going to be doing more defense than you are offense. So you're going to learn how to watch your own back, and you're going to learn the behavior of the hunter a lot better because there is a difference in the behavior of the hunter. There's a difference between doing 1v1s and zombie invasions. And you're going to learn how to fight the hunter a lot better because of that. Now, with the weapons wheels, you're going to want to have them in a specific order. Okay, whatever's comfortable to you. This is my setup. This is most people's setups. Is hook up and light down, shield to the left and to the right. If you have any other items in your items wheel while doing zombie invasions, you're wrong. Because all these items right here are very important, each one of them. They have a specific use. I'm going to cover that in another video. Same goes with the weapons. It's not as important to carry exactly what I have. You could carry all one-handed weapons as long as you know how to get that hunter dead. So that's it. I'm going to be making a series on the basics first, and then I'm going to cover advanced later on. In the next video, I'm not sure, I'm going to cover landscapes, and then in the next, I'll go over all the items in the weapon wheel. And we're going to move on to advanced. So, thanks for watching. I hope this helps, and I think this series is going to be good for everybody. So, thanks for watching, guys.